In walks the biggest Mexican I've ever seen. Happy 30th anniversary to Desperado. Desperado is one of those seminal films I saw in my youth. Yes, my mom and dad let me watch R-rated movies, and my mom had the VHS for Desperado. We also saw it on Showtime back in the day. And yeah, I saw this movie at a young age, but it was so great seeing a Texas filmmaker, Robert Rodriguez, make this story. And then immediately I was just captivated by this like neo-western of sorts. It was a remake kind of slash sequel, really, to El Mariachi, a direct follow-up. Re-rented that film on VHS, saw that at a young age with subtitles, and this was a film that was so action-packed and just so awesome. Even 30 years later, this still stands the test of time. That's not only with the direction, the story, the characters, the soundtrack. Who could forget the tracks with Tito and Tarantula, Los Lobos, Santana, and then, of course, the main performances. Who could forget Antonio Banderas and Salma Hayek? Their chemistry was electric in this movie. You also have Cheech in this. Tito, of course, from Tito and Tarantula. Quentin Tarantino in a small cameo. Danny Trejo, as many have put it on the channel, is a beast in this movie. He was awesome as the knife-throwing man. Oh my god, and who could forget Joaquim de Almeida as Bucho. I'm looking for a man who goes by the name of Bucho. I always think of his performance. Does anybody know the number to the phone in my car? There's so many memorable lines in this, but I love this because it starts with a flashback to the end of El Mariachi, and he lost the love of his life. He lost the ability to play guitar. His hand's injured. So after killing Moco and El Mariachi, he's going up the drug trade and looking for who's higher up. And he's looking for a man named Bucho. You also have the wonderful Steve Buscemi with this brilliant opening here. I love it where he embellishes on the legend. This is where the man becomes sort of myth before reaching legendary status in Desperado. I highly recommend reading Rebel Without a Crew. It goes behind the scenes of not only how Robert Rodriguez made El Mariachi, but the behind the scenes of Desperado and leading up to it. But you get to see the town, the townspeople, and then how the cartels have pretty much used them to traffic and intimidate them with extortion. So you get to see that in this film. El is basically the man no name crossing town. There's that wonderful shootout at the bar, Quentin Tarantino scene. The don't look back scene, I love that with Salma Hayek's introduction, and then Tito's character following Antonio Banderas, and you just see that scene with the guns. Oh man. Who could forget the really fiery, steamy sex scene with Santana's music? Holy cow. But this movie has a lot of action and heart to it. The bad guys are just as funny. I love that one goon that's with Bucho. She's like, I don't know, sir. And he's just like, look, I don't know that guy. He must be someone else. And the poor guy gets shot. The young goons, the younger actor that works under Bucho, he was also with Salma Hayek in Fools Rush In later in 97. But this movie is still iconic, and the representation it brought, you didn't even think about the background or location. You just saw characters, you saw action. This is how all films should be, and Robert Rodriguez brought that. And to me, watching this as a Texan and as a Hispanic, it really resonated with me, seeing something familiar on screen in a way. Even though it was in a more violent world than my real world right now, it was kind of cool seeing Antonio Banderas play this character and be iconic. And this is one movie where it doesn't matter what groups, like so many films now have to like cater to certain groups and this and that. And it's like, no, this is a film that everybody can love and enjoy. It's a good old-fashioned action adventure. It's good storytelling. And 30 years later, it still holds up all the way to that reveal of Bucho being the mariachi's brother. He's like, Manito, what the hell are you doing here? I wish they would have the extended shootout. It's weird. I don't know if it's Mandela effect, but when I was a kid, I actually remember seeing the extended shootout. And for some reason, it was not on the DVD and Blu-ray release. So it's like weird. I feel like I'm in a different dimension or something, or it's just Mandela effect. I don't know. But I love the ending, you know. Him going back for the guitar. The relationship with the young kid who is the guitar player. That was such a sad story there with his dad. But then also, when you rewatch it, you recognize the tune. At first you think, well, Bucho's just listening to a kid play guitar and he's looking at him. That was a tune that their father played. So that's why Bucho goes out of the bar and then is just looking because he recognizes the tune because him and Mariachi had the same father. And that was their father's tune. So I thought that was kind of a cool thing to catch on repeated viewings. Who could forget the opening song? I love that opening. Such an iconic opening. Man, I have so many wonderful memories of not only this film, but the trilogy. And briefly, I just want to talk about this film. I had no idea it was 30 years old till today, and I was like, I would have done this earlier, but I want to make a quick video just to talk about Desperado and my memories with the film. Later got on DVD and then Arrow Video here. Let me know, have you seen the Mariachi trilogy? Have you seen Desperado? What are your memories of first seeing Desperado? Let me know some of your favorite moments. I love the moment where he sends Selma Hayek over, that she jumps, and then Antonio jumps down and shoots the goons, but then he drops the grenades and they walk off and you see that explosion. That was just so badass. I love that moment. That's probably one of my favorites. And then the bar fight where the guy's shooting and he narrowly misses a mariachi, and Antonio Banderas just delivers like, "Hey, you missed me." You know, I just love that moment. Share your memories of Desperado for its 30th anniversary down in the comments below. You can check out these other 30th anniversary retrospectives on the channel. Stay safe and healthy, everyone. Till next time, I'm gonna watch some Desperado and listen to some Los Lobos.